up. I'm like, dude,
What wouldn't?
Vehicle.
it wouldn't. The autocorrect, it wouldn't come.
Yeah.
Vehicle wouldn't come up. I'm like, come on,
Vehicle.
Are you sure, Sid?
dude. Well, I must have been really spelling it wrong.
Like Dumb and Dumber when he trying to spell ha.
Oh my god, my brain just melted. Christ.
Oh man, you was working hard though, changing that tire. That's all I can say. I was like,
Dude, we had that
how was
tire
somebody
done.
filming you working your ass off in that heat doing that? I thought for sure the shoe would be on the other foot, so to speak, but no.
Bro, I had no idea he was filming. I didn't see him, dude. I didn't see him at
cameraman
all.
doing anyway?
I was like, dude, we had that tire was on off and on in like 8 minutes, 8-9 minutes, dude.
Cameraman didn't do shit, did he?
No, he set everything up. He had the jack set up. He had it jacked up almost all the way. He had the lug nuts loose.
Got his back. He got Sterling's back. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. We were out of we were out of there in like 5-10 minutes. Not even 10.
Yeah,
it was like less than 10 minutes. Yeah, I started ripping everything out of the back of the vehicle because I didn't know it was underneath. I thought it was on top, under the cedar.
Let's get out of here. You need some
he's like,
man.
He looks under the van. I'm like, and then I look under the van. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, there it is. Full size spare and everything. And the spare is beat. It was the original 99 spare that we rode 80 plus on. And it's stopped. We gotta start a stick faster spelling bee fund.
So Vanguard,
the steel belts in the spare are he said there's a bubble in the spare. I'm like, okay, cool. As long as I know what the issue is. Well, when I under 50 was doing this, I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, that ain't good. I'm like, this ain't
and locking going down the road, huh?
I'm like, this ain't. I was like, this ain't good. I'm like, this can't be a good sign. But then after 50, I was like, oh,
we got the dead playing.
Oh. I was like, and then like 50 miles an hour, it was stopped doing it. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And then like at like 70, 80, it would start doing it a little bit again. And then I'll be,
Just seeing you get to business and working and doing that on the chest, like, man, I haven't seen you out doing, and catch you on a short and doing that stuff before. It's like, yeah, go sick. You got it down. You know what you're doing.
It was great. It was a good time. We were laughing. We started discussing the blowout before the blowout happened. We were like, Sterling says to me, he's like, wheel bearing? I'm like, wheel weight?
Wheel something.
Wheel U-joint? Ball joint? Tie rod? I'm like, pop. I'm like, tire. Dude, it shredded. It destroyed the whole side of the van. The van's all torn up on the passenger side, and the mirrors bashed in. The mirror shattered. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it could have been a lot worse, man. It could have like totally like locked up, and then we would have been screwed if it locked up. Man. Yeah. Because then we would have been out of it would have pulled hard right.
There's your broke mirror.
There's the broke mirror. We're in the slow lane going to the first exit to get air in the tire.
Oh, the bubble tire?
Yeah, the bubble tire. Well, it was bubbled after we rode it all the way down there and back. It was definitely that tire was not happy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look, it destroyed the whole side of the. I not destroyed it, but its tires marks all over.
Shredded.
Yeah.
Hey, Sick, what size tires are those?
Do you have to get your car aligned again? Or
dude, No. This ain't fancy schmancy van. You don't need no stinking alignment. You just take a little air out of one side of the tire or the other side of the tire, and it'll go straight.
I did this thing called tree planting one year before I was in my 20s, and we bought a Ford. I went up from Virginia to go up Minnesota to buy a cheap Ford truck with a camper on it. Got the camper on it. So we go out, and do tree planting. You go out to sites and you basically camp and plant trees out in the wilderness. So had no brake hose. Instead of spending the $30-$40 and putting a new one on, we just vice gripped the old thing off, and I drove all the way with one wheel, one brake, and a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Good times.
What's up, Zip Tie? Just so strong. And my cousin with me. We're just young. We're just laughing our asses out because we think we're cool,
I was borderline gonna tie strings to the wipers.
Stupid. Yeah.
And run it through the windows. But I put the Rain-X on it.
With shoulders like this.
This morning, going to get the tire done, I had to pull over 3 times and wipe the outside of the windshield.
Zip Tie, how you doing?
Because I couldn't see and I was going to crash. Good times. I was like, now I got to go find my squeegee and carry it in the van now. Yeah, he's got the jack. Dude, I tell you, if we had that thing changed, dude, I was just like, dude, I got all cut up. I mean, it was a little bit from
Moto. That is so weird.
And
stuff. And you know what? You know what Jim told me when he saw that on the video? He's like, well, we're gonna get a couple of those things for you.
And I was pulling pieces of steel belt out of my hand. I'm still pulling steel out of my hand. I got pieces of steel belt in my hand.
That'll learn you.
That'll learn you. Don't use gloves.
That'll learn you. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just grabbed it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you need those truck driving gloves, man. They all got gloves.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was stupid. But I mean, I was like, whatever. I was like, who cares?
Was Ghost in here? Is Chasing Ghost?
Yeah, Chasing Ghost is here. Yeah.
What are you doing, Tara?
I saw her. I think I saw her.
Stretch my legs a little. I can stretch some. Key fob, you should have never gave me this stuff. Got toys.
Well, why not give you a toy to play with while you're on camera?
I can't stop.
Hillbilly Auto Repairs.
This is the brother or sister of the red one in the truck that we see all the time in the semi.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing, Moto? You're showing people that you like to choke your chicken.
I do. It's a little. Well, I can't. There, you don't hear him. Cuts off the air supply.
Yeah, Sterling was smart. He put gloves on.
Glove? Do you have gloves on? Of course.
Yeah. I was like, I got thick skin. I was like, as I'm looking at my non-calloused hands that used to be calloused.
If you had some duct tape, right? You could have just wrapped your hands in some duct tape and had some makeshift gloves.
Duct tape fixes everything.
Do your fingers.
Do you know what Jim did years ago? I bought a nice comforter from Amazon. Well, it was cheap, right? And we had a dog named Cody, and our dog liked to sleep on the bed. Well, I just had the the comforter for one day, and all of a sudden that dog just ripped the cover up, right? Do you know what Jim did? Because I was so upset. I went out and stuff, and Jim actually put duct tape to repair it.
Yeah.
And I got so upset. And he said, well, this is what country folks do, hon.
Yeah, Sterling saved the wheel. Sterling saved the day a couple times that day, man.
Yeah, I bet you were glad you had him there with you when that shit happened.
I was, dude. I was like, oh.
Made the whole thing better.
Yeah, we were very calm.
Huh?
We were very calm when the tire blew at 80 miles an hour. We were just like, So, it was no use in looking in the right mirror anymore because that was destroyed.
Yeah.
So I'm looking.
You did anyway.
Yeah, well, I did anyway. And then there's a tiny round one in the corner that still worked. And then I'm kind of watching everybody scatter in the rear view. I'm like, okay, everybody's scattering in the rear view, so that means everybody's out of my way. I'm assuming everyone's out of my way, so I slowly start to,
go fast.
Cross all 3-4 lanes. I think it was 3 or 4 lanes. I don't know.
Well, folks, it's been a great morning.
Yeah, it was
read
fun.
This one quick here. Yeah, I gotta hop off in a second here. Duct tape was a staple of the top motorcycle racers for many years in almost every discipline, even the high dollar teams. Empty beer cans are good shims or temperature regulators. Hey, there's a little food for thought. Process, it's cool, man. It's a great group. Yeah, I'm glad you're part of it. Everyone's really enjoyable. I got to hit the road, but I wish you all the very best. Same to you, Process. I'm glad you have time on a weekday to even come by here. Thanks, you guys. Rob's neighbor, Mythical Rider, Sterling, anybody else who's out there, go fast.
Yeah, pull
Thomas,
tire,
how you doing, bro? Sorry, I ain't got time to read all the things right now, but
love you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Go on.
Be the light of the world.
Take care.
What's the oddest thing you use duct tape
kindness
on?
to people.
Yeah, we should bring that one up tomorrow if you're here. What's the oddest thing you ever used duct tape on?
Instead of stitches.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I like. All right.
I tape my arm together.
I'm gonna do a. Let's hold on. I got the wrong intro in or outro in there. Hold on.
Slacker.
I love you guys.
I think I got it this time.
Cyber hugs.
There we
I
go.
love you guys.
Forgotten Angels is led up by Cindy and David, but what they do is they take the young men and women who have been aged up and out of the foster care system. Now, Keefob, what do you mean by up in the foster care system? Well, the foster care system stops taking care of you once you reach the age of 18. That's what I mean by up, as in you grew up in the foster care system and out of. As in 18, you are no longer a part of it. You are out of it. You are now a legal adult. This should be a time for celebration. You are a foster child that has been aged up and out of the system on your 18th birthday, because on your 18th birthday, your foster parents come to you and they hand you all of your belongings inside of a trash bag, and they tell you to hit the streets, get out on the road, get out of my house. You are no longer my problem. Now, this shouldn't be anything new from you because you are in a foster farming situation. You've seen other kids age up and out of this household already. You know the deal. You know what's up. You know you are leaving this house never to come back. And on your 18th birthday, you are homeless. Homeless and hopeless because your foster parents didn't take care of you. They didn't give you the tools and techniques you need to survive life.
You can find a link to Forgotten Angels in the description. Find out more about them or donate. Also, you can find a link to Keefob's homepage on his YouTube channel, and same with mine. Go out and be of service.